Well, good afternoon. It's Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker, and it is Monday, the 12th of September, 2022, at approximately 4:50 p.m., and I'm at the Love's Truck Stop in Alma, Texas, which is a nice kind of, it's just a little bit south of Dallas, and we got our new load and we're getting ready to go. And I've got some things I want to talk about because it's been a while since I've had a shave on camera. Had a nice hot shower, good strong pressure, good hot water at the sink. And so to start with a little bit, a paraphrase, a rendition, something to ponder, that even the great bard William Shakespeare himself might have said. To face lather or to bowl lather, that is the question. Wet and sloppy or dry and pasty. As the old sages used to say, it is easier to add water than wait for evaporation. That's the punchline. And yours truly, of course. And it came up as a subject at the Shaving Cadre about lathering. And so I am a proponent of face lathering and adding water as you need it on your way. All right, let's go over the equipment. I had to depart for a little levity there. On face lathering. For our razor, we're using a Thiers Issard, the art of shaving. I think that's elder wood, I'm not sure. Beautiful engraving, a laser engraving on the scales, and it's a 5/8 round point. It's got a thumb notch. It's just a wonderful. It was finished off on a Shapton Glass 30,000, and so it's got. I've used it several times. Again, it's part of that gift collection that my wife got me with the brush that I used in the. I don't know, it was the last video, but that I often use when I'm at home. That's 24mm premium Silvertip Badger set in nickel, and then for our soap today, we're using one of the new ones from Barrister and Mann, Barrister's Reserve Waves. And I love the soaps that have the aquatic, oceanic scent. I think they're just lovely. And then for the brush, we're using QED Select Manchurian Silvertip, and it's in faux horn, and it's just beautiful. And it's 26mm, and I've often said that I think these brushes are the best brushes that are available on the market today. And they're affordable. They're not pretentious. It's easy to spend $300, $500, $1,000 on a top name brush. And quite frankly, you haven't got anything more. In fact, I think these bristles are so silky soft. The knot is not so overpacked that it doesn't allow adequate flow through. And I think these brushes are just marvelous. And I get no remuneration. I'm not a commercial interest. I'm just calling it as I see it. And I've got about 30 brushes of all varieties that you can imagine. I have my A list, I have my B list, and I have some that I've already retired and I got on the shelf. And I just don't use them anymore. I'm going to wipe that out. Wow, that came out thick. That may very well illustrate what I was talking about in my little quotation. About going on thick and pasty and adding water along the way. Wow. Excellent, excellent. Set that off to the side over here. And I'm going to attempt, oh yeah, very, very pasty. I'm going to attempt to abbreviate my shave tonight, this afternoon. I got about 36 hours. It was yesterday morning when I last shaved off camera. Wow, I'm going to go with that. It's a little thick, perhaps more thick than I'm used to applying. And so what I intend to do is I'm going to start with my across the face or across the grain pattern. Anyway, you'll see what I'm going to do, and we'll see if it helps to reduce time and passes. If you're joining me on YouTube, let me say thank you. Hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate the views that I'm getting on my videos. 200, 300, 400, 500, and I appreciate that. Anybody that takes the time and effort to do something likes to see that as being, you know, I know they're long, you know, and once you hit the like and subscribe button, go on over to The Shaving Cadre, www.theshavingcadre.com, and join the conversation. Make an account, join the conversation. Look at other members' shaving videos. There's a handful of us that do straight razor shaving regularly, and I'll call their names out as we get going here. It's a little steamy in here, a little warm. Oops, that's not what I said I was going to do, was it? And so the soap is smelling aquatic. refreshing, a bit of a perfume scent to it. It's not overly feminine. I regard it as a masculine scent. So I left the yard this afternoon at exactly 12 noon, rolled out the gate, and the trailer was preloaded for me this morning by another driver, so I had to sit and wait for it this morning, and I'm on my way to Portland, Oregon. And if you've watched me for very long, you know how much I love to go up there. It's 2,475 miles, and I'm telling you right now, this load is going to blow up. It's got a backhaul on it that loads in Woodburn, Oregon on Saturday at 1300. And I'm telling you, this thing is going to blow up because they didn't give me enough time to get to delivery. And the lesson they've never learned is that you never make loading day a full driving day. Now the plan I wanted to do, I've already broken what I was thinking in my mind I was going to do. I was going to do a against the grain here on the neck and go from south to north, but we can fix that, we can do that. So I got up here at about 4 o'clock to the truck stop, which is just south of Dallas, as I say. And so the first question you ask yourself is, do you want to go through rush hour traffic in Dallas on a Monday? Now what's going to happen, see, my plan is to go up I-35 through Wichita, through Salina, Kansas, US 81 to York, Nebraska, pick up Interstate 80 and cut across to Points West. That's my plan. And that's a good plan, nothing wrong with that. And so the other troubles then, because I'm not going to make delivery on Friday morning at 0700 on time, or as they have planned it, I should say, and the backhaul they've got connected, which loads on Saturday in Woodburn, is that it's going to blow the whole schedule, because they're likely going to be closed over the weekend, as so many of these plants are. And the washout at the Koala Wash in Vancouver, Washington, where I'll plan to get washed out, is closed over the weekend. So this delivery is not going to get made till Monday morning, which means I'm going to have to sit over the weekend. And then I'll get loaded on the backhaul. If it remains a viable load until Tuesday. But I keep trying to tell them. So let me go ahead and give a shout out to my usual fellows that I like to make mention of, and that is Handlebarber Dave and Nurse Dave and Major Rich and Bill M and the Cutthroat Journey and Lukey 3262, otherwise known as Matt, and I think Scuttle Soap is another one. But Scuttlescope's got to make some more videos, man. Come on, pick it up. I got a nice comment this morning on the YouTube comments from Dapper Shaves, and I enjoy watching his videos, and I appreciate that comment that he gave, and he has some very interesting stuff. Shaves and honing. This is sure a good example of a thick soap, and no doubt I over lathered in the bowl on the puck, but it's shaving just fine, and I'm 23 minutes in. Oh, I did the same thing. I should be doing this against the grain. So a little bit later in the week, as I get closer to Oregon, I say, well, yep, things have blown up. That you can't go 2,400 miles in 3 days. That's just breaking all kinds of rules. Now I made a comment. You may remember a few videos ago, I think it was 133, it's almost 2 hours. And I'm talking about, you know, stuff relative to beginners. Let's see, what was I going to do? Oh. And in that video, I outlined the 3-pass shave. And largely I said there are no rules. Basically, there are no rules to straight razor shaving. And that includes lathering, as you see me skipping along here with this heavy, thick lather. You know, yes, there's some basic rules, I guess. You know, don't cut yourself. So here I am at 30 minutes. I'm going to rinse it down. I know where my touch-up is going to come from. Oh. That stuff is thick. It didn't want to come off my finger. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more right hidden here. So I will grant you that this is not the traditional way to do a 3-pass shave by no means, but it's, you know, the point of the exercise was to show that however you choose to shave with a straight razor, you want to start with against the grain, you want to go across the grain first, however. one more spot. I want to check my sideburns. Yeah. Yeah. I'm satisfied with that. In 38 minutes, you know, I don't know how much I've gained since most of my straight razor shaves are anywhere from 50 minutes to an hour. But there it is. All right, let's get onto the head shave. I'm just going to go ahead and add it on here. I'm going to move over to the Union razor. So I'm wiping the Thiers Issard down. Boy, that's about as thick as paste. That's all right. Gives new meaning to just shave the lather. Now, I don't believe I'd recommend to the beginner. The thing about being a beginner and what they're looking for, I can tell you because I was a beginner at one point, is that they're looking for structure, organization, how to approach. And once you have those things down for yourself, the main thing is just get started as a beginner. Get started, have a sense of how you're going to do things. And that's where the structure and the organization and the traditional approach comes from. And that's all good, well, and fine. Okay, I'm going to stop there. We got a good shave. We got a head shave and a face shave all done within 50 minutes. I guess that's okay. We'll post it up tonight, but we'll, and depending upon how it wears tomorrow, and you know that Thiers Issard was a very sharp razor, and when I shave with a very sharp razor, it tends to grow back more quickly than say with a natural edge. But we shall see. Let me get some alum on. Very little sting, that's good. No sting on the back of the neck, that's good. Okay, that's it. So I may shave again tomorrow, I'm not sure, but certainly the day after tomorrow, wherever I'm at on the road. And I'll give you updates of what's going on the road and with my shaving. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you down the road.